Partnerships with Purpose, which seems to be a running theme throughout the day, many of the talks. My name is Melissa Small, and I am Global Manager of Corporate Responsibility at Millipore Sigma with a focus on community and partnerships. When I first started learning about and exploring the idea of corporate responsibility, it was in my previous life about 10 years ago. I was working in public relations and was supporting an event with Cisco Systems, Google, and the UN to use technology to track the progress of the Millennium Development Goals. And I had an aha moment at that time where for-profit companies can do more than just make a profit. They can really leverage their expertise and their resources to have a positive impact on society. But along with the running theme, they can't do it alone, and they can't do it in a bubble. So they have to really collaborate with sectors, both nonprofit and governmental, in order to move the needle and have a positive impact in society. So just to give you some context on Millipore Sigma, we are the life science business of Merck KGaA, Darmstadt, Germany. And we aim to accelerate access to health for people everywhere by collaborating with the global scientific community to solve the toughest problems in life science. We offer products and solutions that span both research and manufacturing of biological and chemical drugs. And just to give you a sense of our footprint, we operate in 66 countries. We have approximately 20,000 employees, and we offer over 300,000 products. In terms of our community engagement efforts, we focus on two basic areas that clearly align to our business and what we do as a business. So we focus first on science education, inspiring curiosity in the next generation of scientists, as well as scientific research, so supporting scientists to accelerate access to health. So when we think about our nonprofit partnerships, aligning to at least one of these two key areas is really important for us. But that's not the only thing we think about when we're evaluating potential partnerships. We have other criteria that we look to nonprofit partners to fulfill in order to establish a partnership. So I talked about purpose and the alignment. Also looking at innovation. So is the organization building innovative programs or building off existing programs in new ways? Employee engagement is really important to us. So are there opportunities for meaningful volunteer projects and events for our employees? Making sure that there are defined goals and clear outcomes that can be measurable and easily reported. The ability to serve and provide for the underserved. How is the organization or the program making an impact in the community? In terms of scalable, replicable, and sustainable, we look at this as really the long-term viability of the organization and or the program. And then finally, partnerships. So is the organization willing and open to partnering with other organizations and share ideas and so forth towards a common goal? So to dig a little bit deeper into how we look and approach partnerships, I want to spotlight one of our key partnerships that we've had for several years. Seeding Labs is a nonprofit organization based in Boston, and their whole notion is scientific talent is everywhere, but resources aren't. And so they really fall into actually both of our key cause areas of scientific research and science education. And they aim to equip scientists around the world with the tools, training, and connection necessary to be on the cutting edge of global discovery. They do this in a lot of different ways, one of which is their core instrumental access program, where they provide donated lab equipment to universities in developing countries. So our partnership started with Seeding Labs back in 2014, and at the beginning it was pretty basic. We sponsored shipments of the used donated lab equipment to their partner universities through instrumental access. But we really wanted to engage with them on a deeper level. And so I developed a product donation process internally within the company to allow us to make one-off in-kind product donations to Seeding Labs to their instrumental access program. I mentioned earlier the importance of employee engagement. So at this point, we were just engaging, a couple employees and myself within the organization on our partnership. But I wanted to take it to the next level. So working really closely with Seeding Labs to implement and plan lab cleanout events. And in order to do this, we started out small with a pilot at one of our sites, really looking at engaging as many employees at the site as possible to provide donated lab equipment to seeding labs. So we held a day-long volunteer event. We got all the employees at the site, or a lot of them, to participate. Those in the lab to identify equipment that they were no longer using that could be donated. And then employees to really inventory the equipment, pack it, and then donate it to seeding labs. We did this proof of concept, like I said, at a pilot at one of our sites, took those key lessons learned, iterated, and then were able to scale at other sites as well, and to date have donated 900 pieces of equipment to the program. But then thinking about, how can we engage further? Seeding Labs came to us with an unmet need that they found from their scientific community and those that they partner with. So they found that these partner universities were receiving equipment, they didn't necessarily know how to use it or the best method to use it. And so they really were looking for some training. And we, in collaboration with Seeding Labs, wanted to support that. And so Seeding Labs developed this online training platform called Telescience. We are the exclusive sponsor of Telescience, and we've engaged our employees to utilize their skills to develop and film videos, basically how-to videos on tips, tricks, and hacks for different methods and techniques to use in a lab. And so through this online platform, scientists around the world can access it and get the necessary training that they might need. So that kind of gives you a sense of the progress of our relationship and partnership with Seeding Labs over the past 4+ years. And just want to highlight some key lessons learned from that partnership that I think can be applied to any partnership that you're developing. So I talked about aligning with purpose, or aligning on the purpose. Obviously very key. Thinking outside the box, so thinking of new innovative ways and new innovative programs to partner that will fulfill an unmet need of the beneficiaries. So Telescience is a perfect example of that. Mobilizing employees. I've mentioned the importance of engaging our employees within our nonprofit partnerships. So the lab cleanout events, the Telescience program, one-off product donations are just a couple of ways that we try to find innovative ways to engage our employees and leverage their skills. Proliferate within the organization. So through volunteer events like Telescience and the lab cleanouts, we were able to reach a small pocket of employees through internal communications as well. But it didn't reach the whole organization, all 20,000 employees. And we were fortunate enough a couple months ago to have Nina Dudnick, who is here in this photo, come and speak at our global all-employee town hall meeting and talk about Seeding Labs and talk about our partnership and the impact that we are having in supporting the organization. And this awareness made a huge difference, not just in terms of making people aware of what we are doing in our partnership, but also exciting employees and motivating them to want to get involved. So raising their hand to volunteer in whatever capacity, and really adding more internal advocates to our partnership. One example is we have now a small working group that is in a department within the organization that previously had been really challenging to engage in the past in our community activities, and now they have a whole group dedicated to furthering our partnership with Seeding Labs within that area. So very exciting stuff. Measuring impacts, we've heard about this today from a bunch of different people. Here are just some quantitative stats of the impact of our partnership with Seeding Labs, but I don't want to underestimate the importance of qualitative impacts as well, and the stories of those that are impacted. So you can see here there's a woman, she's at the University of the West Indies in Jamaica, and I don't know about you guys, but when I look at her photo, I can't help but smile because you can just see the excitement and joy in her face jumping off the slide. She is, along with her colleagues, opening up a shipment of equipment that was donated through the Instrumental Access Program. And this is equipment that they otherwise would not have any access to And in just less than a year that they've had the equipment, they've been able to increase the capacity within their lab, as well as further progress their research around mosquito-borne illnesses and diseases in Jamaica. So that's going to have a huge impact, not only on their lab, but on the country as well. And then finally, but perhaps most importantly, the idea of fostering openness and collaboration. So the relationship that we have been able to develop with Nina and the rest of the Seeding Labs team has been the foundation of everything that we've been able to do with Seeding Labs. Without the trust and the open collaboration, the ability to understand each other's needs and capacity and resources has been instrumental in allowing us to develop these programs and implement them and ultimately make a move towards a common goal. So with that, I just want to end with this quote, success is not a destination, it's a journey. This was actually taken from an event that I went to last week where Dr. Dewan, who is an Instrumental Access Awardee of Seeding Labs, was speaking about his experience in India and the challenges that he has as a scientist in India. And it just struck a chord with me because when you think about building a partnership, it's really about a journey. It doesn't happen overnight, it's constantly evolving. And so I'll leave you with that. Thank you so much.